Burkina Faso, landlocked, dirt poor, but rich in something far more valuable, leverage, and right now it's drifting into the arms of Russia and China. Let me break it down. Burkina Faso is Africa's fourth largest gold producer. That's not just a fun trivia fact, it's a major reason why there's so much international attention on this tiny country. Add in copper, zinc, phosphates, and even the promise of lithium, and you've got a real resource jackpot. Here's the twist. For decades, Western companies basically ran the show when it came to mining in Burkina Faso. But now, it's all changing. Chinese companies are swooping in with massive infrastructure deals. Think highways, pipelines, and even mining operations. And Russia? They're sending in mercenaries like the infamous Wagner Group, now rebranded as Africa Corps, who aren't just fighting terror groups. They're protecting mines and reshaping who gets rich off Burkina's gold. But this isn't just about what's under the ground, it's about where Burkina Faso on the map. The Sahel region is a crossroads, a launching pad for terrorist groups, a corridor for migration into Europe, and a critical zone for any country trying to project power across West Africa. The US has spent millions, even built secret drone bases here, all to track terror threats and keep an eye on what's happening in the region. Now here's where it gets serious for Washington. In the last couple of years, Burkina Faso, along with neighbors like Mali and Niger, kicked out both French and US forces. And that's not just a symbolic move. The US had to abandon a $110 million drone base in Niger in 2024. That's a huge blow to America's counter-terrorism game and its ability to gather intel in the region. So who's filling the vacuum? Russia is sending weapons, security advisors, and troops. China is pouring in money and building infrastructure. They're not just making deals, they're reshaping the region's loyalties. And it's not just about hard power. Russian propaganda is everywhere, especially on social media apps like TikTok, fueling pro-Russia rallies and stoking anti-Western sentiment in places like Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso's capital. This is what people mean when they talk about the new Cold War. It's not just about nuclear weapons or spy games, it's about who controls the world's resources, who has influence, and who gets to call the shots in places that most people overlook. So why does the US care about Burkina Faso's new alliances? Because if the dominoes keep falling, Washington risks losing a whole front in the global power game and the leverage that comes with it. It's easy to overlook a place like Burkina Faso, but in global politics, the smallest players often hold the biggest cards. If the US wants to stay in the game, it needs to pay attention to the moves being made in Africa's gold dust. Like, comment, and subscribe to Planet Perspective for more deep dives into the power behind the headlines.